Istanbul is a great city because of its architecture, its history, and its culture. But what I really wanted to see was Istanbul's nature. And to have the perfect outdoor adventure in Istanbul, I had to go outside of Istanbul to an island known as Princess Island. And if you're in Istanbul and you're wondering, how do I even get to Princess Island? Isn't it like far away and, in the middle of the water? Yes, but it's super easy to get to. From the European side, wherever you are, you take the train down to Haliç Station. And now, Haliç Station is a must see. I'm telling you, it's one of the most beautiful metro stations I've seen. It's basically like a bridge in the middle of the water, and you can see the whole European side. So I would recommend if you're at Haliç Station, stick around for a few minutes and take a look around because it's one of the best views in Istanbul. And once you're done with Haliç Station, you just have to walk a little bit to the port of Eminönü. But if you don't want to have a short walk, there's always a tram that you can take or a bus that you can take. But I would recommend if you can walk to the port of Eminönü because uh, the views are just great from when you're walking and you can take it all in. But once you get to the port of Eminönü, your next step is to board a ferry. And now you might be wondering how much are the tickets and what ways do I get these tickets? There's a couple of easy ways you can get a ticket from the port of Eminönü. They have cruises, not cruises, I would say they have ferry rides to multiple islands. They have Bosphorus tours, stuff like that. But like in the last video I mentioned a while ago, you can take the Istanbul E-Pass, and the E-Pass includes your day trip, which includes the ride there and the ride back. So when I got to the port of Eminönü, what I had to do was just show my QR code, and bang, I was in, and easy as that. Now, to board the ferry, I would recommend you come early because it gets packed. And when it gets packed, you might not find a seat or you might not find a seat that you want. So basically, the seat to grab is the window seat. If you're there for the first time, you want that window seat because you can see a whole lot of Istanbul's coastline. So I would recommend you come in early before the rush starts, like 10 minutes early, board the ship, get settled. You can bring your snacks, you can bring your food, whatever you want. Now, the ferry ride is around 2 hours long, and that is because my tour package includes a ferry ride to go to multiple different islands before it gets to Princess Island. And there are other ferry rides that you can take directly to Princess Island, but with my tour, it was to multiple islands, then Princess Island. That's why it took 2 hours. Otherwise, it'll take less time. But I didn't mind at all. I loved seeing the other islands and going all the way around the islands and onto Princess Island. So, and once the ferry docked on Princess Island, I kind of didn't know what to do because I really didn't plan too well on what I was going to do at Princess Island. I had a thought in mind. I just wanted to see the nature and see the island life, and that was pretty much it. So I didn't plan. I just said I'm going to just go out there for the adventure and explore. I don't want to know anything. I just want to go and do something, which is not a good idea. Don't do that with your trips. It's going to waste a lot of time. You're going to mess up your other schedules. So if you're going to this island, have a plan in mind, a little day plan. So basically, the map of the island was you have a boardwalk at the front where the ships are docking, and then when you go straight into the heart of the island, you'll just go uphill. It's going to be a trek, and you'll go all the way up on the island, and you'll have a nice viewpoint. That's all I really want to do on the island. Now, this walk was one of the most beautiful and peaceful walks I've had. It was super quiet in the streets. It was nice, clean streets. Like I didn't see any garbage. Flowers everywhere, colorful flowers, like beautiful setting. I saw amazing houses. They just gave you a like nice island vibe, and people there on their little bikes and stuff like that. It was really calm. It wasn't like Istanbul streets where it was like all fast paced. You have to get somewhere, you have to do something. It was just chill, take your time. And that's what I did. I basically just walked. I took a little stop, took in the nature. But anyways, as I was walking up, I realized I was really out of shape just because this hike is a straight vertical. After you get from the main island part and you go through all like the streets, once you get up to the basically dirt roads and the forest area, it's a straight vertical hike, which means you have to be fit to walk up this island. Like it's so demanding on your body, and especially on a hot summer day, you will be exhausted. So keep in mind, take breaks frequently, find some shade to take a break under, have a lot of drinking water, because I was about to pass out, and I love doing this kind of stuff. So if I was about to pass out, I would say many other people were having a rough time as well. So take a break, have some water, and keep on walking. As soon as you get up to the viewing point, you'll find two buildings. One's a monastery and one's a restaurant. And if you're the type of person who just wants the view and want to chill, sit anywhere at the top. There's a bunch of benches you can sit around. Go to the restaurant, have a little food. It's probably going to be expensive as hell, but I didn't check it out. I'm not, see, in Istanbul, I didn't go there for the food. They're famous for their food, but I want to go see their history, their culture, their architecture. I didn't really, care about the food too much. It's not my thing. But what I did end up doing was I went inside the monastery, and this is a Greek Orthodox monastery. And the rules were you can't film in there, you can't take pictures. So I was respectful of that rule, and I didn't do it. But I would say it's a must see. Inside the building, it was like the coolest type of furniture and really nice artwork that I haven't seen before. So it was really something like different, and if you saw it on camera, like if you see it in this video, it would be like, you'd be like, I haven't seen that before. So I would definitely recommend that if you are up there, be respectful of the rules, but go take a look inside. And it's open for everyone, Muslims, Christians, Jewish, whoever you are. It's same as a mosque. Everyone's welcome inside this mosque, inside this church as well. But anyways, once I was done with the monastery, I went to a secluded area so I could fly the drone and just take in the view. And the view, I would say, is amazing. You see the water, you see the islands, and then you see Istanbul's coastline. It's just beautiful. And take a look at these drone shots. They speak for themselves. This place is truly a great viewing point of this island. I gave myself an hour to hike down because I knew the hike down would be super simple. You're just going downhill. It's going to take me an hour. So I basically left an hour before my ferry was going to leave. So I got down from the viewing point pretty quickly. So I decided to take a little walk around the boardwalk, which wasn't in my initial plans because I didn't think I was going to have enough time. But the ferry got delayed an hour or so. So I took a little walk, and it was the most beautiful setting. It was as the sun was going down, and the dock was actually not too crowded. There were people around, but everyone was just enjoying the scenery, and it was, I think, the perfect time. Sunset on the boardwalk on a bench, beautiful time. I couldn't say enough good things about it. Basically, I had around 15 minutes left after the sunset. My boat was about to leave, and I came across this beautiful mosque. And in Istanbul, every mosque is beautiful. It's so well designed. The architecture is just amazing, just like this one. And I came across it, and it was time for prayer. So I went inside, prayed, and again, interior super clean, super nice, super well maintained. And after I prayed, it was time to board, and I quickly ran to board the ferry. And thankfully I made it in time for one window seat. And on that window seat, I think I caught one of the best moments of my trip in Istanbul. It was the sunset on the water, going back to Istanbul, and that just made my day. It was just so it was clear skies, just great weather, sun going down, and just peaceful. So that made my whole day basically. And I would say this day trip to Princess Island was a huge success. if you are in Istanbul and you want to get away from all the great tourist spots, like, you know, all the mosques, all the museums, and you just want to go and relax in the nature, you know, just want some fresh air, I would definitely recommend you head down to Princess Island on your trip. That's it for this video. I have a lot more videos that I have to release. Hopefully the next one isn't as far apart as this one was, but we'll see what happens. And that's it for this one.